The relationship between the United States and Ukraine has been a complex one. It has seen periods of strong cooperation and moments of noticeable strain. Recently, tensions have emerged, raising questions about the future of U.S. support for Ukraine. These tensions stem from a variety of factors. Domestic political issues in the U.S. have played a part, with some questioning the extent and nature of American involvement in the region. Furthermore, shifting geopolitical priorities and a perceived need to recalibrate U.S. foreign policy have also contributed to the uncertainty surrounding the U.S.-Ukraine partnership. The situation has left Ukraine in a precarious position. It continues to grapple with external security challenges. At the same time, it is navigating the complexities of its relationship with its most powerful ally. This delicate balance has prompted Ukraine to seek reassurance and support from other international partners. The evolving dynamics between the U.S. and Ukraine have significant implications for the broader international order. The situation underscores the need for clear communication and a shared understanding between allies facing complex geopolitical realities. As tensions surrounding U.S.-Ukraine relations escalate, Europe finds itself thrust into a pivotal role. The continent has witnessed firsthand the impact of the crisis, experiencing the ripple effects of economic instability and a refugee crisis. This proximity has fostered a sense of urgency and a shared responsibility among European nations to address the situation. European leaders have increasingly recognized the need to bolster their own security and reduce reliance on the United States. The crisis has served as a wake-up call, highlighting the importance of European strategic autonomy and the need for a more coordinated approach to foreign policy and defense.
In response, Europe has demonstrated remarkable unity and resolve in its support of Ukraine. This support has manifested itself in various forms, ranging from diplomatic efforts to economic assistance and military aid. European nations have imposed sanctions, provided financial assistance, and supplied Ukraine with military equipment. This collective action underscores Europe's commitment to upholding international law, promoting democracy, and defending the territorial integrity of its neighbors. The crisis has galvanized European unity and spurred a renewed sense of purpose in addressing shared security concerns.
European support for Ukraine has transcended mere rhetoric, translating into concrete actions that have provided vital lifelines to the embattled nation. This support has taken on various forms, each playing a crucial role in bolstering Ukraine's resilience. One of the most immediate forms of support has come in the form of humanitarian aid. Recognizing the dire humanitarian situation in Ukraine, European nations have mobilized resources to provide essential goods and services to those affected by the conflict. This aid has included medical supplies, food, shelter, and psychological support, aiming to alleviate the suffering of millions caught in the crossfire.
Beyond humanitarian assistance, Europe has also extended significant financial support to Ukraine, helping to stabilize its economy and maintain essential services. This financial aid has come in the form of grants, loans, and debt relief, providing Ukraine with a much-needed lifeline to weather the economic turmoil brought about by the crisis. Furthermore, Europe has taken concrete steps to bolster Ukraine's defense capabilities by providing military equipment and training. This support has included lethal and non-lethal aid, ranging from anti-tank weapons and ammunition to radar systems and medical equipment.
While Europe has stepped up its support for Ukraine, a crucial question arises. Can it truly fill the void should U.S. aid decline? The answer is complex and depends on a multitude of factors. Europe possesses significant economic and political clout, but there are limitations to its capabilities.
Europe's ability to replace U.S. military support is particularly challenging. The U.S. military's sheer size, global reach, and advanced weaponry are unmatched by any single European nation. While some European countries have provided substantial military aid, replicating the scale and sophistication of U.S. support would require a concerted and sustained effort from the entire continent. Moreover, Europe's defense industry, while significant, is fragmented and lacks the integrated structure of the U.S. defense complex. Different European nations specialize in different areas, and coordinating production and supply chains to meet Ukraine's needs would require overcoming logistical and political hurdles.
However, Europe's economic strength cannot be underestimated. It has the financial resources to provide substantial economic assistance to Ukraine, potentially offsetting any decline in U.S. aid in that regard. Moreover, Europe's geographical proximity to Ukraine gives it a strategic advantage in terms of logistics and the speed at which it can deliver aid. The Weimar Plus Alliance, a new era of European defense cooperation. The crisis in Ukraine has renewed discussions about European strategic autonomy.
The Weimar Plus Alliance, formed in 2022, deepens defense cooperation between France, Germany, and Poland. It aims to enhance military cooperation and reduce reliance on external actors.
The Weimar Plus Alliance represents a significant step towards a more integrated European defense architecture.
The crisis in Ukraine has sent shockwaves through European capitals, prompting a fundamental reassessment of defense priorities and spending. For years, many European nations had reduced defense budgets, benefiting from the security umbrella provided by the United States. However, the current geopolitical climate has shattered this complacency, leading to a marked shift in defense policies across the continent.
European nations have announced significant increases in defense spending, recognizing the need to modernize their armed forces and enhance their capabilities. This surge in defense investment is directed towards a range of priorities, including bolstering conventional military capabilities, investing in new technologies, and strengthening cyber defenses.
The increased defense spending is also driving a resurgence in European arms production. European defense contractors are ramping up production of weapons systems and military equipment to meet the growing demand from both domestic armed forces and Ukraine. This renewed focus on defense industrial capacity is seen as essential for reducing Europe's dependence on foreign suppliers and ensuring its long-term security.
However, increasing defense budgets and arms production alone will not be enough. Europe also needs to address the fragmentation and duplication within its defense industry, promoting greater cooperation and specialization among member states.
While Europe's commitment to supporting Ukraine is unwavering, there are limitations to the type and scale of military support it can provide. These limitations stem from a variety of factors, including differing defense priorities, budgetary constraints, and the technological gap that exists between European militaries and that of the United States.
One of the key challenges is the lack of certain advanced weapon systems within European arsenals. For instance, the United States possesses unique capabilities in areas such as long-range precision strikes, strategic airlift and intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, which are not easily replicated by European nations.
Furthermore, the interoperability of European militaries remains a challenge. While progress has been made in recent years to enhance interoperability, differences in equipment, doctrines, and training can hinder the effectiveness of joint operations. This lack of seamless integration could pose difficulties in providing certain types of military support to Ukraine.
Moreover, European nations face their own domestic political considerations when it comes to providing lethal aid to Ukraine. Some governments may be hesitant to provide certain types of weapons systems or engage in actions that could be perceived as escalatory.
Europe's support for Ukraine extends far beyond the realm of military assistance. Recognizing the profound humanitarian crisis unfolding within and beyond Ukraine's borders, European nations have demonstrated an unwavering commitment to providing aid and refuge to those affected by the conflict.
The influx of refugees fleeing Ukraine has posed significant challenges, but European nations have responded with remarkable compassion and generosity. Millions of Ukrainian refugees have been welcomed across Europe, provided with shelter, food, medical care, and other essential services.
European governments have implemented measures to facilitate the integration of Ukrainian refugees into their societies, providing access to education, healthcare, and employment opportunities. This humanitarian response reflects Europe's values of solidarity, human rights, and the rule of law.
Beyond providing refuge, Europe has also been at the forefront of international efforts to deliver humanitarian aid to those inside Ukraine. European nations have contributed billions of euros in funding to support humanitarian organizations working on the ground, providing essential goods and services to those displaced by the conflict. Ensuring long-term European support for Ukraine is paramount. This requires unity, strategic planning, and commitment. Maintaining European unity is crucial. The collective response shows European solidarity. Europe needs a long-term strategy beyond immediate events. This includes defense cooperation, economic assistance, and post-conflict reconstruction. Europe must uphold international law and support Ukraine's future.